Hey everyone, your favorite Gallivanter here. Good to be with you today in Naples, Florida, where the wine is chilled, the electric cars are charged, and the alligators lurking just outside city limits are the only residents not worried about their property taxes. Naples isn't just another beach town. It's where Gulf Coast opulence meets Everglades edge. A place so picture perfect, it's a little suspicious. Think white sand beaches, manicured medians, and zoning boards that wage holy war against buildings taller than a pelican's nest. Naples is the last stop before Florida stops pretending to be civilized. To the east lies Big Cypress and Everglades National Park, a sprawling, untamable ecosystem that laughs in the face of luxury condos. Naples is not just a vacation spot, it's the high-end foyer to Mother Nature's back room. And if you think this town is all marble countertops and mimosas, buckle up. We've got cults, classic cars, jungle gardens, and one heck of a historic footnote. Naples began not as a resort, but as a retreat. First for the Calusa, who built shell mounds the size of buildings and treated this coastline like their kingdom. When Spanish explorers arrived, the Calusa outlasted them, defied them, and eventually disappeared, thanks in part to diseases they'd never heard of and missionaries they never asked for. Skip ahead to the 1880s when a Kentucky senator and a newspaper mogul looked at this mosquito-ridden coastline and decided to market it as the Naples of America. The comparison to the Italian city was entirely aspirational. There were no piazzas, there was barely plumbing, but there was sunshine, and in Florida real estate, that's all the currency you need. By the 20th century, Naples became a haven for retirees, tycoons, and people who owned at least one framed photo with a sitting president. The Naples Pier was built in the 1880s as a ferry terminal and quickly became a fishing spot, a community gathering place, and a repeated victim of hurricanes, like Ian, which in 2022 ripped through this region like a buzzsaw with a vendetta. But the city rallied. The pier was damaged, but not destroyed. It's being rebuilt, like everything else here, with insurance money and enough stucco to coat a stadium. Your base camp for conquering this polished playground is the AC Hotel Naples. Sleek, efficient, moderately expensive without requiring a blood oath to your credit card. Think crisp European minimalism meets Florida comfort. White sheets, espresso machines, rooftop pool, and maybe the quiet judgment of a receptionist who knows you asked for the cheapest room. Location-wise, you're golden, just blocks from Old Naples and right off the artery of 5th Avenue South, where shopping, dining, and window peeking into lifestyles of the well-funded elite are all within walking distance. Old Naples is less of a neighborhood and more of a curated illusion. Think Beverly Hills with better humidity and a dress code for dogs. 5th Avenue South is the city's crown jewel, a perfectly landscaped promenade of bistros, boutiques, and art galleries where every candle costs more than a tank of gas. It's where you'll see luxury cars lined up like a valet parade, beneath palms lit by LED fairy lights, as if the city wants to be cast in soft focus after dark. The restaurants here are good, not just overpriced, good, actually good. From locally sourced seafood towers to fusion cuisine that takes risks your stomach might regret later, there's something for every palate, as long as your wallet's willing to play. A few blocks west lies 3rd Street South. Less flashy than 5th Avenue, but every bit as curated. It's where Naples gets quietly expensive. The buildings here lean toward old Florida style, white stucco, wrought iron balconies, and palms that look like they've been manicured by Versailles gardeners on retainer. The street's roots trace back to the earliest days of Naples. It was the original downtown before developers pushed the center of gravity east. It's a living postcard with valet. Need a break from manicured perfection? Tin City is your kitschy escape hatch. It began in the 1920s as a working waterfront. Boatyards, oyster houses, fish markets. Today, it's a quirky collection of old tin-roofed buildings selling souvenirs, tropical t-shirts, and enough saltwater taffy to induce a dental crisis. You can book a dolphin tour here, eat a blackened grouper sandwich, and buy a magnet shaped like a flip-flop, all before noon. Yes, there's nature in Naples, lots of it. No, it doesn't always come with air conditioning, but the Naples Botanical Garden gives you the next best thing. Nearly 200 acres of global flora arranged like a horticultural theme park, with zones for Asia, Brazil, the Caribbean, wetlands, and Florida natives. It's immersive, it's educational, it's the only place in town where a kid will willingly stop and look at a leaf. The garden area plays host to sculpture exhibits, butterfly habitats, and some of the best fries I've ever had at Fog Cafe. It's a jungle, but curated. This is Cortion State Park, home to cypress trees, scenic kayak trails, and what was once a thriving religious cult that believed, stay with me here, that the earth is hollow, not figuratively, literally. They believed the earth was a sphere and we lived inside of it. That's right, inside, sun, stars, and all. Welcome to the strangest theory that never made it into your high school science book. But here's the kicker. These weren't fringe lunatics building bunkers. They were scientists, engineers, academics. They had a printing press, an orchestra, a bakery, and they ran this part of Florida like a utopian commune for over 40 years. Located just north of Naples in Estero, the setting here is serene, proof that even Florida's fringe beliefs make for beautiful destinations. So what is Naples? Well, it's a contradiction. A place where money meets mangrove, where Bentley drivers share the road with airboat trailers. It's orderly, but not sterile, glossy, but not hollow. For every gated community, there's a nature preserve. For every $300 dinner, there's a $10 burger you'll remember forever. Naples is where Florida polishes itself without losing all the parts that make it strange, wild, and wonderful. Thank you, as always, for gallivanting with us. Be good to yourself.